Hello, my name is Obi of Lavanel's Kitchen. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be making the viral Milky donuts. Stay tuned.
So here I have my flour, my margarine, my sugar, my yeast, my digital scale, my egg, pouring in my flour. Okay, now if you look closely, you'll see my mixer. This dough hook is what you use for your donut. Or I have my 250 grams of flour in here. The next thing I have here is my 60 grams of sugar. 60 grams. My margarine, 25 grams. My water, half. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to show you what I'll do with this egg. So normally for 500 grams, you use this egg, a whole egg for 500 grams. But for this 250 grams, you use half an egg. And then I'm going to I'm going to be measuring my egg. So I have 57 grams here. So I have 57 gram here. What I'm going to do now is to divide the 57 gram into two. So I'm going to put off and put on my scale right now. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to divide it into two. Okay. Okay, so I have 26 grams here. 26 times 2 is 52, and we have 57. Okay. So I have 29. Now I'm going to reduce it. Okay, 28, that's about 28 times 2, that's about 56. So we had 57. So I'm just going to add a little. Good to go. So I'm adding it into my mix to measure TK Royal instant dry yeast. So pour into my mixer and then mix for 10 minutes. For 10 minutes. So this is my 10 minutes, and I'm trying to check if my dough is ready. But see, it's tearing apart. So I'll knead it again for another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes, I'm going to put on my mixer. Okay. Okay, this is our 15 minutes. So I'm bringing out my dough. Wow, I'm still so Okay, there's something I want to show you. How to know if your dough is ready. You just cut out small, make a ball, and then flatten. If you see it's transparent, then it means your dough is ready. You can see it's transparent. What I'm going to do now is to cut them and leave to proof. Okay? So this is 250 grams, and this one is going to give me about 675 grams. So I'm going to cut about I have my 75 grams. Okay, I'm done. So what I'm going to do now is to mold and make how I mold. I just take it as flat as it is like this and then tuck in. After tucking in, I seal the inside. Then I place on my work table and mold with my hands like this. I do this because wouldn't want my hands to deflate the dough or give my dough prints. So I just cut paper, brown paper. You can even use parchment paper. This aids lifting. So this is my donut. So I'm going to leave this to proof for 1 hour. I'm not going to take it out under the sun. I'll just leave it to proof naturally. You can use it. It all depends on what you want to achieve. But for this, I'm not going to wear this because I want my surface to be smooth, because maybe when I'm trying to remove this, it might get stuck to the top of the donut. But I'm just going to leave this. Like I said, you can put it in your oven, but please don't put on your oven. Just leave it there to proof natural. You can see this is our already proofed dough. I'm going to sprinkle some flour. You can see it's moving slowly with bubbles. So with this, you know your flour, your oil, is ready. It's ready. So now you see the reason why I said you should do this, so that it will aid your the lifting of the dough. Your oil shouldn't be very high. The fire should be low. You can even bend it this way. We're going to leave it to fry for about 3 minutes. Okay. I didn't want to put the whole 6 inside here because I needed space to like lift and flip. Okay, you can see now it's getting brown already. This is about after 3 minutes, but I would allow it gets a little darker. But it all depends on what you want. So okay, so it's time for me to turn to the other side. So you can see what I'm using, the skewer. So I'm going to take it inwards. Okay, I have my donuts looking so beautiful, and you can see our white lines forming already. So if you want to lift, you can use this to lift, but if you don't have this, you can
Please, if
use
you haven't subscribed up to
a
this
spoon to
minute,
lift.
please
So I'm
kindly
going to place
do.
this on a serviette
So this is
or
our
a tissue
Milky
cover.
Donuts filling. So in here I have my condensed milk and my powdered milk. In the stainless bowl I have my whipped cream. So I'll be writing down the recipe for you in the description box. So in your bowl you add your condensed milk and also your powdered milk and combine well with your hand mixer. But if you don't have a hand mixer, you can use your hand whisk or anything just to combine it well. So after combining it, you now take your whipped cream and add inside. Afterwards, you just add a little drop of milk zest flavor or super milk flavor or whichever flavor you have, although it's optional. So afterwards, you dust your donuts with milk, put it in your box or whichever, anywhere you want to put it. After dusting it, you must have poured your milky filling into your piping bag. So after dusting the donuts, you just make a hole with your dowel rod or your palette knife or your knife or whatever you have available. So after making the hole, you can see what I'm using to make the hole. So after making the hole, you pipe into each of them. Please note, this milky filling can be thick or light depending on how you want it. So if you want a thicker consistency, you add more powdered milk. But if you want a lighter one, just leave it like that. You can see the outcome. Isn't this lovely? Thank you for watching. Please kindly subscribe.